right, well, we're back.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
That felt like Wendy Williams. How
you doing?
Welcome back, you all. Welcome back to Let Me Walk You Out, the podcast for self-growth, alignment, womanhood, sisterhood, ambition, and anything and everything in between.
Yay.
We are your host. I'm Kyndall.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are, once again, so excited to be
have
back
you here.
and to have you here for another great episode. We have a lot in store today. We're super thrilled to get into it. And as always, we're going to start off with our highs and lows.
Woohoo! Highs and lows.
Highs and lows.
You want me to start? I started last time. You start.
Okay, I'll go. My high this week is that Ariana Grande is right around the corner for me.
Yeah.
So technically, it's not a high that's already happened, but I'm just
we just looking forward to it.
I'm just ready to do it. But my Ariana Grande concert is coming up.
What they call it, like contact high? I'm contact high.
I'm contact high.
Yeah.
You know, haven't really like inhaled the substance yet.
But I'm getting there.
But I'm getting there. And I'm very excited. I've been seeing, some people who don't want to see too much of the concert, so you kind of avoid clips. I try to be that, but when I see something pop up on my TikTok, I have to watch it. I haven't seen, of course, the entire show because it's too long to have seen the whole thing on like TikTok, but I've seen a lot of it and it looks really pretty.
Yes.
And it's so different. You could watch all the videos you want, but when you actually see and you go for yourself, it's a whole different experience. And you and I have been sending back and forth videos of her hitting some notes. I'm sorry because
I've not been helping with that. Like,
I don't care. I don't care.
My jaw is just on the floor and I have to like make sure your jaw's on the floor too.
Because that girl can sing.
Bro.
That girl can sing.
The Dangerous Woman one still has like me in chills when I just think about it, bro. Like
that one little note she hit where there was like a growl almost in her voice. It was like...
The other one. Now it's like I'm looking in the mirror. You see that one? Oh my gosh, bro!
I can't wait.
Girl,
I can't wait.
The high is just watching the videos, knowing
at
that's coming up.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm about to experience that.
Like seriously.
And for y'all who don't know, I am the biggest Ariana Grande fan. Like I have been a fan of this woman for a very long time. Yes. Even back in high school,
middle school, girl.
But when it was really at its peak was high school. I even had a fan account.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's lore. I'm just dropping some lore, y'all. I had an entire fan account.
Y'all know those people who used to run like celebrity fan pages? Like I can't believe that was Kyndall. That was a full-time job. This girl clocked in every day.
In, babes.
Didn't she interact?
Yeah, I think she liked a tweet of mine once or something, and I was just like, wow.
She saw my work.
I've met her. I went to the Dangerous Woman tour and did a meet and greet. So I literally have a photo with her. Like, me and her go way back. Okay, we're like this.
Yeah.
But I wasn't able to go to the Sweetener World Tour. And I'm so happy that I get to go now to the Eternal Sunshine Tour. So I had to fight for these tickets. I, first of all, would not be watching all these clips happy if I knew I wasn't going to be there. I would still be a little bitter. But thankfully, in the final hour, some tickets came through. And so I'm just very much looking forward. And I have an old friend from high school who's coming into town to also see Ariana. And we bonded over Ariana. His name is Griffin. Hi, Griffin, if you're listening or watching. But we bonded over Ariana in our high school days. Yeah. And we'll just check in every time she drops now, every time she releases something. I always know if I have to, like, fan out about Ariana, I know I can text Griffin. Yeah. But Griffin is so cool, and we haven't seen each other face-to-face in a long time. So I'm just excited to catch up with him regardless. And I just think it'll just bring so many of my friends together because so many of my friends are Arianators too.
Oh my gosh.
I think we have the same tour date.
Yeah.
So it's like, girl, this is about to be so much fun.
I'm so excited. That's literally high-key a high for me too.
Yeah?
Like, I'm excited for you. Y'all, let me just tell you. So I've been going to this concert for a while. But it got to a point where Kyndall didn't have tickets, and I was texting my friend who got the tickets for us, and I was like, what's the process to transfer tickets? Because I don't think it would be right for me to go to this concert. Like, Kyndall needs to go. Like, I was about to give up my tickets, and within,
which I would never want her to do first.
But I was gonna do it willingly. Like, I wasn't gonna ask her, hey, do you want my tickets? I was just gonna be like, hey, I just transferred over the Ariana Grande tickets. I know how much you want to go. Because
she knew I wouldn't accept that, and I would be on the phone with Ticketmaster trying to transfer it back.
I wouldn't even want it back, because at this point I don't even want to go no more. I want you to go. But literally, not even 72 hours later, you had texted in the chat, guys, I got tickets. And I was like, whoa.
That's so crazy.
No, it was insane. The timing when I was trying to figure out how to get you the tickets and what the process would be, you got tickets. So it's just, everything is working out for me. Everything is working in my favor.
Like, it happened how it should have.
Yeah.
And we're both in the building now.
Yeah, literally. Like, I think, I've never been to an Ariana Grande concert. So this is going to be our first one. Girl, I'm like so ready. I have the outfit picked out. As you know, she helped me pick it out. I was like, I think I'm going to wear. She's
her
like,
outfit is so perfect. Her outfit's so perfect.
Oh my God, we got to take pictures.
Figure out mine, but we do have to get some pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe a little pregame.
Yeah.
Maybe you can meet Griffin.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, girl.
Yeah,
I'm just very excited for this. Yes to everything. Yes to everything involved.
Seriously, though. So I'm so glad that's a high for you, because my high is just like, I have an exciting week ahead in general.
Mm-hmm.
We're projecting to the future, y'all, because at this point, like, the future is looking a lot more exciting than the past. So this next week, like, on Tuesday, we have an exciting dinner that's very much so podcast oriented. So I'm excited about that. Wednesday, I'm seeing my cousin who moved to Colorado, and she's in town visiting for a couple weeks. And like, Wednesday was the only day that would work for all of us to see her. Thursday is Ariana Grande, and then Friday I leave for vacation.
Wow.
So this next week is about to be
so busy.
It's a whirlwind
so
of a week, but I'm just so looking forward to it. Like,
yeah.
When I was sitting down making my schedule at the beginning of last week, so last Sunday, maybe it was like this past Sunday, I was like looking at the next 2 weeks, and I was like, these next 2 weeks about to go by so fast. But I'm so excited. Like, I was like low-key overwhelmed, but I was like, but yes. Like, yes,
bring me that type of overwhelm.
Like, this is life. This is the life I like to be lifing with. So I'm excited. Like,
I'm excited for you.
I can't contain. I'm over here like shaking. Like,
can it be next week already?
So I'm definitely very much so looking forward to it. We definitely need a little pregame situation for sure. Shoot, we could probably walk. To this day, probably not, but like still.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be on foot. You know, you from Atlanta, around the stadium. I mean, downtown
we in packs though.
It starts getting a little. Yeah,
I mean,
if that's doing anything,
right at this point. But yeah, my high is very similar to yours. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to Ariana Grande. Like, wow. Shout out. I know Ari ain't watching this, but shout out to you, girl.
You know what's crazy? I put her in my close friends on Instagram, just on the off chance that she ever just comes across my page. And mind you, she's still sitting in there. Like, and sometimes I'll go review my close friends list, and I'm just like, why is Ariana Grande in here? Like, am I serious?
I'm sorry. No way you put her in your close friends.
That is a close and personal friend of mine. Like,
really? Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That is hilarious.
Hey.
I love that. Honestly, I love that.
Hey, girl. If you ever on my page and see that green circle, that's why. That's why.
And you see that green circle. Oh, that is too good. That is golden. That is golden.
Girl.
Thank you for telling us that.
You're welcome. I feel like I just overshared. Like, maybe I could have kept that.
Sure. I think we heard everything we needed to hear.
Okay. Well,
that was amazing. Thank you.
You know what? And on to the lows.
And
gotta spend no more time with that one.
All right.
My low for this week is coming up off of you saying you about to travel. It just made me think, like, dang, July, I'm really sad. I'm really sat here in Atlanta, Georgia. Well. And so, it's so country.
Atlanta, Georgia. You know, we might be from Atlanta, but we still are Southern belles. We are southern. Georgia peaches, okay?
It's in me. It's not on me, bro.
Right?
Like, I can't deny it anymore. But if you know anything about us, like, you know we like to travel. Yeah, I'm sure at this point you can pick that up. You can pick that up. We'd love to catch a flight and do something and experience something. Mm-hmm. And summertime is the best time to do that. I think everyone books so much travel during the summer naturally. And I, this year, just had other priorities. Mm-hmm. And July, I'm really just here. But I'm almost kind of not too sad about it, because sometimes you do need to just sit down. Yeah. You do need to just get your life together. Mm-hmm. I do have one business trip. Okay. So we'll take it. Yeah. But this is like smack in the middle of summer, and usually I would have something to do and somewhere to go. But this month I'm like, wow, I don't really have anything immediately coming up. So yeah. I'll have to create the excitement every week instead of like having a countdown for like this trip. But that's my low. Yeah. You know, so it's not the lowest of all lows. Yeah. But I'm still, like, dang.
We always like having somewhere to go.
I wish I had a trip booked.
Yeah. Dang, girl.
I know, girl.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
You trying to come with me?
Yes.
All right. Come on.
Well, consider that handled.
Yeah.
So actually, the week I'm going on a trip.
It's a high. Quite literally. Like, seriously, though, let's get you a room booked. Like
we could actually arrange that.
Right now. Actually, when this ends.
Yeah. We got some things to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my low is that with travel coming up, we always got to work ahead, right? I got to be a week ahead of everything. If not a week ahead, then 2 weeks ahead, because then the week I get back, I can't be trying to, gain my bearings from the week that I was gone, plus the week that I'm getting back. So I'm just working ahead.
You're putting in that work right now.
Yeah, I'm just kind of putting in that work.
Work hard, play hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm low-key like not even, stressed about it though, because it's like I enjoy working to an extent. So yeah. I'm just like looking forward to putting in some good work. And then it'll make the vacation even more worth it.
You're going to be relaxing hard.
Girl, I might be over-relaxing.
Feet up.
Girl, are you going to come out and do something? No.
Y'all see me, shades on.
Yes.
By the pool.
Margarita in hand.
That's
it, that's all.
D&D.
D&D. It's to the point where somebody, I think it was you. No, It was somebody else. They were like, I told her, I was like, look, I don't even think I'm going to get Wi-Fi. I don't even think I'm getting the Wi-Fi package because we're going on a cruise.
I think you said that to me too, though. Yeah. Because I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and she was like, not you, but the person who's watching Jack, my sister, she was like, that's your child. You can't just go on vacation and not be tapped in with your child. I was like, it's okay. My man will have Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
you can reach him.
Somebody will be able to get in contact with me. Yeah. You might have to go through a third party.
That's fine.
However, me,
I'm a little bit removed.
That's what I used to really love about cruises before, like when I was a kid and my mom was like, I'm not paying for y'all to get Wi-Fi. Like, go have fun, go be a kid.
Exactly.
But genuinely, I did like to disconnect.
Yeah.
And I think it's even more important now as an adult to disconnect. Like, we actually need that. So I don't even blame you, girl.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I have not disconnected almost ever. Almost ever.
That'll actually be really nice.
I'll be vlogging, but it won't be to the point where I'm like chronically posting and posting updates. So get ready for the vlog. But other than that, I'm looking forward to some R&R, much needed. And it's funny because I always be like, this is much needed R&R, and I just got back from some sort of vacation, but it's been months.
Yeah, girl, what? Like, you didn't just get back. It's been a calm minute now, so you
I'll
deserve.
recognize my privilege when I say that. I do not say that as a person who is trying to be spoiled, but I will say I'm ready for some R&R. I work really hard, okay? I work hard for this, so.
Period.
Yeah, and we're celebrating my mom's birthday, so that's that's what it's for. So I'm not just doing this just to do it. It's my mom's milestone. What is it? What's the word for that?
I think milestone was the word. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, it's not it's not centennial though. She's not turning 100.
Nope. Woo! Not that one.
Let me not put some 40 years on her, but it's a milestone birthday for my mom, and she is so excited. My whole family is ecstatic. Like, they're like, we need to have a meeting on Sunday, a final vacation meeting. And I'm like, we've never done no vacation meeting before.
Y'all mean business.
Oh, God. I'm like, what is this meeting about to be about?
Not a single second of this trip will be wasted.
Not at all. They are inviting me to all this stuff on the app. I'm like, dang, y'all, I ain't even got my excursions yet.
I'm so excited.
I told you we're doing the matching t-shirts.
Yes.
Like, y'all, it's about to be a whole thing.
It's about to be a time. I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, it's definitely about to be a time. So my low turned into a high. I mean, it's not really a low because I'm ready to work ahead so I can get to this PTO. But
hello.
Yeah.
I feel you, girl.
Yeah. Well, our Black Business of the Week is Bear & Honey Candle Company. So if you're not aware, we spotlighted Black business on our podcast every single week. And if you have a Black business, we would love to shout you out. So please check out the description below where you can find the Black Business Spotlight request form. And this week's Black business is Bear & Honey Candle Company. Bear & Honey Candle Company is a candle making company where you can go and take classes. They have candle making classes, and they even have an online shop. So you can also shop their candles that they already have made. And it is a super fun and immersive experience. What you pay for is basically all the materials that you need to make your candle, which includes the glass, the scents, and the actual instruction, of course. And you can upgrade little things here and there. Like when I went and I took it, I could upgrade my jar. I could upgrade my wick. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of things you could upgrade, but I was fine with the standard, baby. It's the first time I done did this before. We just got to keep it simple. And yeah, I really enjoyed myself. You could do it with a group of friends. You could do it with your significant other. You could do it with your girlfriend. You could do it by yourself. Because what did we learn from the last episode?
Be your own best friend.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. So you can go and do that. And it's super fun. They're located in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And all info about Bear & Honey Candle Company will be linked in the description below. So definitely check them out. It's super fun. Definitely affordable. You're not going to be paying out of the blank prices for some simple fun, that you can get around the city. So check them out. Let us know if you try it. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And you can name your candle too. I forgot what I named mine, but it was really cute.
That's so
enjoyed
cute.
it.
Oh, I'll have to check that out too.
Yeah, it's such a fun,
I love
either a date night spot,
Yeah.
maybe it's a solo date, maybe it's a girls' night. It's just something fun to do.
I'm always looking for a new experience.
Yeah.
And candle making is definitely something that I've only done once or twice ever.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Definitely try it.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I will. Okay.
Period.
I'd love to see it.
Me too.
Well, are you ready to jump into our topic?
Are you ready?
Drum roll, please.
Oh my gosh, we're so silly today.
We are very silly. But our topic this week is self-belief.
Oh my gosh.
And how we go about constructing that.
Yes, this is a actual guide to self-belief. We really can't tell you how to believe in yourself, but we could give you some tips and some pointers and some tricks.
Just based on our personal experiences.
Exactly. So, in order to get started, I want to make sure that this is a differentiator. I want to sit here and I want to tell you that I am not talking about self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about self-concept. I'm talking about self-belief. Just simply believing that whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Or whatever one thing that you might be working towards, that you might be doubting yourself on, you can do that. I'm not talking about looking in the mirror and you fully liking what you see, self-acceptance, which is great. Today, we're simply talking about self-belief.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to put that out there. Baby, I'm still working on self-confidence. So that guide is coming in season 5.
I feel you.
So we slowly but surely working through that. But self-belief is a really, really good start, right? So for me, one of the biggest things that I wanted to point out with self-belief is that your confidence that you can do something comes from data. And we can really just start there. What are some instances where you had to get the data that you could do something in order to form the self-belief that that was possible for you.
Yeah, that's a really good starting point. What are some instances?
And I also wanted to note that I got that the confidence comes from data from Layla Hermosi. And back when I was in my binge watching of personal development content. And I heard that and it just made so much sense. It clicked. She was like, the more that you do something, the more that you collect the data from something, the more you can analyze the results and prove it to be true.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really clever way to think about it. Thank you, Layla. Mm-hmm. And if you are really interested in business and building a business or just women's leadership in general, she's a great resource, and I encourage you to check her out if you haven't heard of her already. Maybe I'll link her. No, not maybe. I'll link her channels and everything in the description below. She also has a podcast called Build with Layla Ramosi. So
love it.
Check it out if you wish. But yeah, back to you.
I think a good place to start with that is this funny story that my dad always tells me about myself.
I love it.
And it kind of speaks to my anxiety a little bit, or just fear of the unknown. Mm-hmm. But if you ask him, he will happily tell you this story, that every time that I was about to go to a new grade, I was always so scared. And he would be like, okay, but you just did the second grade, you're good. And I'd be like, but Dad, like the third grade is so different. It's so hard. Aww. Like, I've never done it before. You don't get it. And he's like, but look, you did all of this. You've mastered every grade that you go into. You've been scared then. So why now? Just do it. And then I would do it, and it's like a piece of cake. Yeah. And then here comes the fourth grade. But you don't get it. The stakes are even higher. It's the fourth grade. They give us homework to go home with. Oh my gosh, we have homework on the weekends now.
Not like, homework.
Like, not that. But every single year I was doubting my abilities, and he would always tell me, Kyndall, you just did this. Even though you were scared, you did it. And I think that's a good place to start, because there came a point where I just started to realize, yeah, I've done this before. Like, there is no need to be afraid of the next grade. Like, at a certain point, I just stopped saying those things. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the mentality you have to have about every last possible aspect in order to build the belief that you can do it. Mm-hmm. You just have to do it. But there is a point where no one's telling you what to do. No one's pushing you to do it. You just have to push yourself to do it. So the things that I truly used to believe about myself and things that I didn't feel capable of doing, I just had to get out of my comfort zone and do it anyway, multiple times. Because doing it once, maybe that's not still going to prove it to you that you can do it. Doing it multiple times, and it's almost like exposure therapy, just putting yourself out there makes you feel like you can do it. So I remember public speaking. That's not an easy thing for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's not.
You definitely don't think you can stand up in front of a room full of hundreds of people, maybe even a room of 10. Doesn't matter the scale. You don't think you can do it until you've done it once. That was scary, but I did it. Then you do it again. Oh my God, okay, it's actually, I can do it. You might get nerves before you do it, but you still can do it. By your 10th time, you might feel a little bit of that buzz, because you're always going to feel a little bit of a buzz before you go on stage in front of people. Mm-hmm. But it's something that you've proven to yourself time and time again that you can do. Now you are very confident in yourself that no matter what, I can get on that stage and do it. So if you just apply that to any aspect of your life, if you continue to do it, you start believing that you can do it. Like, it's genuinely that simple. Mm-hmm. So that's how I kind of think about it.
I love that. I really do love that. And with the data, like, what forms of data do you feel like you have to collect in your life? Let's pick an avenue. Let's pick someone who is really working to become a better student. What kind of data do they need to collect to prove that they can be a great student?
Studying.
Yep.
Putting in the work every single night. You're doing your homework.
At least 30 minutes.
At least 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Start small.
Instead of you're hanging out with your friends during tutorial, you go and ask the teacher the question that you know good and well you have a question about. You just make a choice.
Or maybe you just go. You don't even have to ask. You just go and you just sit there. Go. Other people might have questions that you didn't even know you had.
Exactly, but you're putting yourself in that environment.
Right.
You're asking questions. You're remaining curious. Like, you're just embodying a good student, but consistently.
Yeah.
And then you start to believe that I am a good student because you're making little choices. Okay, instead of sitting in the back, I sit in the front of the room. Little things like that.
Yeah, like for me when I was in undergrad, there was this one class, I think it was econ. Maybe it was econ. I know it was stats. I think it was that. At this point, child, I don't even remember. But it was one of those, econ or stats. And I remember I wasn't necessarily struggling, but I knew if I kept showing up to the supplemental instruction sessions, I would be even better at that class. Like, if I would have just stayed doing what I was doing, I would have been okay. I would have been average. But I was like, no, I'm going to show up to these sessions because though I might know what I'm doing, I know I could be better. There might be a more efficient way to get to this solution. There might be a person there might be, you know, an instance in SI where they want you to teach it back to them. That is the best way to learn, when you have to teach it back to somebody.
For sure.
Man, they might pull me up there and say, okay, well, teach this back to me. And that's just going to help me get better. So it's like me proving to myself over and over again. It's like when you have a math problem and you solve it 5 different times, that's putting in the data, putting in the reps to make sure that you can prove to yourself that you know how to solve it. And it in turn made me a better student. It made me get good grades in that class, to the point where the professor came up to me at the end of the year and was like, have you ever thought about being an SI or a tutor for the class? Sir, no.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to do this again. Respectfully. I just put in the work.
Amazing that you would even consider me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, I'm honored for sure. But I'm okay. Yeah. Got other stuff to do, and SI and whatever you call it, econ or stats, was not on that list.
Yeah.
But I put in the work, I put in the reps to show up for myself, even if I thought that I knew what I was doing. Honestly, maybe I didn't. And I just kept putting in that work. I kept putting in the reps of showing up. Yeah. And I think showing up is super important. I agree. The first thing is just to show up for yourself when you don't believe that you can.
Yeah, because you're not even, that's why I said you're not going to believe that you're some prolific speaker the first time that you hop on the stage. You have to keep doing it. But the first step is showing up in the first place and trying. So I 100% agree with you.
Do you remember? So let's give a little bit of lore. So when we were in middle school, we used to have to all rehearse this speech at the end of the day. Everybody would know the speech. Hi, my name is Stephanie Wood,
yeah.
And this is something, something, something at the Ron Clark Academy.
Yeah, you just unlocked a memory for me.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy, yes.
So everybody rehearsed this speech. Like, I remember we would all, like, before the end of the day, like, we would all go to one classroom before house cheers or slide cheers or whatever it might have been. And we would just all kind of practice. And one of the teachers would just be like, okay, now Kyndall, you try. Okay, now Stephanie, you try. Because when we got out to the main part of the lobby, any person could get pointed at. That was the signal, y'all. Yeah. You got pointed, and then you point.
And you need to be able to do it.
You have to do the speech.
So at any point, you need to be prepared.
Yeah. And you can't be like, no.
I've never even done that before. I
don't know what to say. Like, no, we just practice. Like,
you got it.
You got it. Go ahead. Did you ever get chosen?
I don't think I ever got chosen.
Oh my God. I remember the day that it.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God.
Wow. Were you scared?
I was so scared. I was like, are you serious? Is this happening right now? Like, oh my God. And you know what's crazy? That was the day that I actually practiced. That was the day that I actually practiced this speech and was like, but it's not going to be me, right? You know, like, you're not really prepared. But the data was me putting in the work before I got there to just practice, just in case, just to know what to say, to know how to move, you know, what body movements do I want to do? How do I want to hop up there and create excitement and stuff like that? So it was just, you know, let me just practice today. Let me just da-da-da-da-da. And that data was us every week sitting down right before those house cheers, right before the end of the day, and we would all just go through it. So that way, when it came time, though, yes, you were nervous, but you weren't
totally unprepared.
Exactly.
I really love that example because you don't just you don't just hop up and be somebody. Like,
oh my God, no.
I grew up for maybe the first decade of my life in dance. They would always tell us, you need to be in here practicing as though you're on the stage right now.
Yeah, practice like you perform.
You're not about to get on the stage and just snap your fingers and just become everything that you ever hoped as a performer. You have to build that day in, day out in here.
Yes.
You get out on the stage and you know you're capable of putting on a show because you've seen yourself do it so many times in practice, with or without a crowd.
Right.
You get stage fright by trying to do too much in the final hour and be somebody that you're not.
And out of breath.
Out of breath. You don't have the stamina for this because you've never gone this hard.
You've never gone this hard. You've never practiced like this before, and then you've fallen off as soon as you get off stage, you're passing out because you just gave it your all when you should have been doing that in practice
this entire time. So I do love that example because even the self-belief is not always formed in front of people. You don't do it all the time with an audience. It's the little choices that you make every day by yourself that then the version of you that is the one that believes in herself is what everyone gets, but they don't see that you've worked for that in the background.
Yeah, you put in the work, you put in the hours, you put in the reps. They might not see all those reps, but you pop out and it's like, boom.
Boom, I done put my 10,000 hours in.
Exactly.
Like, here's the product.
Here's the product and here's the proof. So, yeah, I use that example for the public speaking because,
girl,
that was a time. Wow.
And now if I have to get up and give a presentation, I'm always going to be nervous because it's in my nature to be have some nerves, but I know for a fact I can do it. Like, there's just never been a presentation, I don't care how many people are in the room, that I know I can't do. And I remember being at this one conference where, you know me, like, my nature is more quiet. So people tend to just look over me a little bit and they might notice me. But I was at a conference once where we all had to take turns going up and giving a presentation on something. And to be honest, I can say I was at this conference, but this has happened to me like a handful of times because I'm thinking of multiple examples. But when it's my turn to get up and speak, at the end, people will be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, what? And come up to me. I did not expect, like this one woman said, I did not expect that voice and that presence to come out of you.
Period.
And I'm like, yeah, because I'm real chill, but I know how to give a presentation because I've done this for years.
Yeah.
So I just don't doubt myself in that regard anymore.
I'm feeling like a proud mom right now. Like, okay, Maria, don't play with her.
Thank you. But with my first time giving a presentation, I absolutely did not believe I could do it because I just never seen myself in that position.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen myself in that position enough times to know that, like, I can do this. So you do just have to put those reps in. I love the term reps because we think of reps so much as exercise, but that's really what it is. It's you're exercising your ability to do whatever it is that you are currently thinking about doing. You got to just put the reps in, put the 10,000 hours in, put the work in.
Yeah.
And then you will believe that you can do it.
Exactly. It's like, I just hit the mic, so let me try. It's like whenever it comes to presentations is a good example. I was listening to a podcast once and he was saying, I think it was the Mindset Mentor, which is a really great podcast. We're giving you a lot of references today, I understand. But this reference on this podcast was talking about if you know you have a major presentation for work coming up and you're nervous as heck, don't let the first time that you give the presentation be when you have to give it. You sit down at night. Maybe you ask your partner to sit there with you so you can go through the presentation. They might not know what you're talking about. They're going to have questions. Those questions are going to help you better prepare for when you actually get up there. You do that, let's say 10 nights in a row leading up to the presentation. By the time you actually get to the presentation, you've done it 10 times. You know that presentation back and forth. That person has asked questions that made you think about something that you didn't even think to put in the presentation, but you're going to say that in it to answer any questions before they even come.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that is a great example of putting in the reps. Like you're preemptively training yourself. One, you've done this presentation before. You know this presentation like the back of your hand. This isn't the first time you're seeing the presentation. This is first time they're seeing it, but you know this deck. This is your deck. At the end of the day, nobody knows this better than you. And you always want to put yourself in a situation, especially when it comes to public speaking or presentations or things of that nature, that nobody knows the material better than you do. And the best way to do that, I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, when I was running for student body president, I wrote my speech, but I decided, in true RCA fashion, I'm going to memorize it. I'm going to memorize the speech. Prior to that, I had seen nobody memorize their speech. This was something unconventional. Like, I thought that, we come from a place where memorizing speeches is the standard.
Yeah. It's like, get up there with a paper. Are you crazy?
Yes. Exactly. And so when I got to SMS and I realized that girls were reading off of a piece of paper, I'm like, oh, okay, that's the easy way. Like, heck yeah, I could get up there. Had I not memorized it, I could have just gotten up there, written a speech, gotten up there and given the speech.
And everybody would have clapped because that's like
standard.
That's the standard.
That's their standard.
Right.
But our standard, where we came from, oh, you memorize that speech, you know that speech like the back of your hand, and you add in body language, and you add in movement, and you add in awareness and presence.
What you're saying so deeply because you truly know, even if you go off script, you know what message you're trying to convey. Exactly. That you can take it somewhere regardless. Like, that's how well you should know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Now, when I wrote this speech and I read it the first time, baby, I was not believing a word on that paper, But I had my friends come and I had them sit in the audience and I said this speech over and over and over again. Okay, what are some tips? What are some pointers? What could I say different here? What did you like about what I did this time? Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and memorize this portion because I think that's the most impactful portion. By the time that the elections came around and it was time for us to give speeches, I was so nervous. It did not take away from the fact that I was nervous, that I knew the fact that I knew the speech, that I was nervous. Like, you're going to be nervous regardless, right? Like, that's just something that kind of comes with the territory when it comes to public speaking. But what I will say is that was one of the most, I feel like, iconic moments of that whole year, because 2 to 3 girls went before me. My last name is Woods because I'm at the end of the alphabet. I'm almost always going to go last, right? And so I start the speech. I know the speech. I'm starting behind the podium, looking up, addressing the audience. Ooh. And then I walk out from behind the podium.
From behind that podium?
I'm telling you, there was an audible gasp in the audience. Everybody was like, quite literally.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
No, seriously, I almost wanted to laugh, but I was like, no, keep it peace. Like, don't start laughing right now. You in it right now. You in it. And I just gave my speech. I executed, but I was so confident because I had rehearsed. Imagine if I didn't even try to rehearse a couple times the night before. I was in that auditorium 2-3 nights that week rehearsing the speech. Actually, I don't like this. I want to change this. Let me add this in there. I think this will be good to add. Okay, how is this delivery? And really just analyzing and trying and putting in the reps to make sure that I'm giving and putting my best foot forward. Yep. This is my only shot to really tell people why I think I deserve to be your student body president.
Right.
And my advisor came to me and was like, landslide. Like, people were very impressed. And I was like, thank you.
It's crazy.
Because they'd never seen anything like that
before.
And
wow.
It was something different. It was edgy. And it was unique. And it's attested not only to my personality, but just the things that I felt like I could do for the student body, besides just stand behind a podium and write those things down, right? Like, I could have just wrote that speech the night before, gave the speech the next day, and hope for the best. But because I really cared and I'm really trying to build the self-belief and the confidence to do that, I valued it enough to put in the reps. And if it's something that you really truly value and it's something that you really genuinely want to be better at, you're going to put in those reps because you care.
Yeah.
And that is something that I really cared about at the time. And I put in the reps the week leading up to it. I tried and I tried and I tried. I put myself out there. I did something different and I won.
Yeah. Duh. Duh. We knew that part.
But it was such a good feeling leaving that stage because it was like I practiced and I executed.
Yeah.
That wasn't my first time giving that speech, but that was everybody's first time hearing that speech, aside from the people who were my friends who had listened to it probably like 50 times. But they was in the
back like, yeah, she like, doing it exactly how we practice.
But people were talking, like that got people talking. And of course, if people are talking, that's a good thing. Like, well, not all publicity is good publicity, of course, but this was, of course, good publicity. Yeah. And I just remember leaving feeling so confident that even if I didn't win, I put my best foot forward and I tried my absolute hardest. And I just had so much more self-belief in the fact that, like, I can do it again. I can do that again.
You won, and then you're going to have to give more speeches like that. You know you're capable of doing that.
Exactly.
Because you did it once and was able to win over the vote of so many people that you now have that
people could have been on the edge just because, oh, I know this person and I've grown up with them.
Sometimes it's a popularity contest, but then sometimes somebody comes in and it's so undeniable where it's like, sorry to my homegirl.
Right.
Like, we all know Stephanie ate that.
I know we went to elementary school together, but we might be neighbors. But now me and you both know. Shoot, the other girls
probably voted for you.
You know what? Let me just resign. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like that was like a really good like example of the confidence that I felt in that moment, just because I had practice. Like, I didn't come into that blindly thinking like, I hope this is a good speech. Like, I hope people like this. I hope I don't stutter over anything. Like, no, even if you do stutter, you get back up. You keep going. You don't just sit there and be like, oh, sorry. And then you have to exude the reps that you put in to get to that point. So,
yeah. I just don't even know what to add because that was so good. But I really, really feel you there. And it's almost baffling to me. I do understand getting up on a stage and not preparing, because there are some speeches where pure emotion and not scripting it works super well.
Yeah.
But the concept of people just every day not preparing for what they have to say and letting that be the first time and you can see the nervousness, it's just so foreign to me, because I always make sure I'm prepared. I'm only really, really nervous if I don't prepare. If I know for a fact that I'm showing up and I'm really about to wing this and I'm unprepared for any possible question.
That's the worst.
That's really when I'm shaking in my boots.
Yeah, seriously.
But any other nerves melt immediately the moment you start talking, because you just kind of enter the flow state.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about.
Bro, I forget how much time has passed.
You be so locked in, you'd be like, public speaking is my passion.
Right.
This could be my career.
Seriously.
That's how locked in you are. So yes, preparation is absolutely key, and putting in those reps with you and your friends beforehand. Absolutely. That's exactly how you build self-belief.
Yeah, especially when it came to things like public speaking and things that I really wanted. Now, there's other things with self-belief, such as things so small and so minuscule to us now. But another one I feel like deserves its own segment is really just like personal development things, like things such as going to the gym or reading and finishing a book. Like, a lot of people really struggle with finishing books, and I understand. Like, there's a book I've been reading since freaking March. Like, life has gotten busy, but it's not that I don't think I'm not gonna finish. Like, that's not the problem for me. My problem is time. But I just think that there are people who genuinely struggle to finish a book, either because they lose interest or they just don't think that they can really finish a book. Like, they'll start it, but it's like, and it's not even just books, it's everything. They'll start something that they don't think they can finish. And so how would you say, because I think like now we can kind of label ourselves as gym girlies, well, not even kind of girl, like we are gym girlies. How did you build your belief, your self-belief to go to the gym? Because that is a really, really hard one.
I just struggled through it. I just told myself I have to go. I would break up my gym journey and building the self-belief that I could do it into first, like, when was my first time in the gym? Because for a hot minute, I remember in high school looking at all the student athletes going up to, we had a really, really nice gym and weight room. And at this point, I'm only familiar with cardio, and I was a cardio warrior. Yeah. Anything dealing with weights just seemed like it's such a foreign concept to me, and I was so intimidated by it because people would go in there and look so confident. And I maybe went into the weight room once or twice with a friend, never by myself, and would still be on the treadmill only and just looking around at everyone else, even like girls, like, because it was even more impressive. Of course, boys, you're used to seeing them lift heavy things, but girls were in there confidently navigating it, and I felt so disconnected from that. So that was me just feeling uncomfortable. My first time in the gym probably was like a really small gym that belonged to my building, and I was just in there constantly looking at my phone, looking at form, trying to learn about the machines. But it was first very, very exploratory. Like, I'm very curious and I'm just taking in all this information, and I very much know I am in here looking crazy, but I'm here. But I'm doing it in a very confined space. Like, I'm not in a public gym. But I would say last year was such a major shift in my gym journey because that was the first time that I consistently went to a public gym. Like, I've had gym memberships in the past and went once or twice with you, because I remember them like LA Fitness days.
Me too, child.
Oh my God. But I got a gym membership when I moved home and just committed to going, no matter how awkward I felt, no matter how so uncomfortable I felt when I walked in there.
Yes.
Because it's so intimidating. And I didn't think that I could do it. I didn't think I could go in there and consistently work out and not feel so awkward, not feel like people were looking at me. And I just pushed through it. I was in there in the very, very corner with my dumbbell doing the most discreet workout of all time just to say I did it.
The shy girl workouts.
The shy girl workouts, I was eating that content up.
No, seriously.
Okay, I wouldn't move from that one spot with my one weight.
That is so real.
But I was there. Then I do my cardio because I've never been uncomfortable on the treadmill since I've been doing that forever. Then I would leave. And then slowly over time, I just started to kind of make my way more towards the center. And over the span of months, I can go into a gym now and be smack in the middle on a Smith machine doing some hip thrusts. When way back when, I was in the cut again with my one little dumbbell doing like some really, really discreet hip thrusts in the corner and just praying to God that no one found me. And it's really funny because I met my boyfriend in a gym. And when we first met, he was like, I need to get like you. You always in here. I never see you miss a day. But then we started dating because he had me gassed up. I'm like, I'm in here doing it.
I'm in here doing what I
have to do.
Okay.
And then we started dating, and he's a former football player and has been in the gym for a decade.
Oh, he was just gassing
and
you up.
He was like, yeah, I was sometimes, because, your worst fear is being perceived in the gym for real when you're new. And I swore, because you do get in there and realize people really got their own thing going on. Like, and people are doing crazier workouts than you. Nobody is looking at you for real. They might glance at you and then they keep it pushing. But he confirmed my worst fear, that he was in fact looking at me, and he was like, I would look over at you and just wonder, what is she doing? Like,
no way.
And I'm just like,
no, he's only looking at you though because he was interested in you. That's literally the only reason.
That was just like another part of the conversation, because he was saying he was checking me out, but then he was also like, but I would be like, ooh, that form. He was like, I just couldn't wait to correct that form. I'm like, yeah, I know. But now I go to the gym and it's an entirely different story.
Oh, he wrong for that.
He's so wrong for that. But like,
please
come get it right.
Come get me right for real.
Please come get me right. But I just find that so funny because, yeah, like, I was so uncomfortable in that gym, but I was like, I'm just not gonna get to where I want to be if I continue to lean into that and don't go at all.
Right.
And now my friends will call me and I'm in the gym doing something, or they'll tell me they're trying to get in the gym and they'll be like, you're just moving around and you know all this stuff. Like, girl, I could never lift weights. I don't even know anything about that.
Don't say that, first of all.
And I'm like, girl, like, you have no idea. Like, even a year ago, I did not know as much as I know now. But I committed to doing it by just continuing to show up, continuing to look silly, until one day I actually didn't look silly. I actually truly felt in my bones that I'm making my muscle connection. But the first 50 times I tried this RDL, I was not making my muscle connection. I did not understand what I was doing. I was watching the clip, doing it, and just kind of like, that feels right, but also I'm not feeling it in my hamstrings. I'm actually just feeling it in my lower back. Like, what's the connect? But the success for me at that time wasn't getting it right. It was just showing up.
Yeah.
And then it became getting it right because I keep showing up.
Right.
And then I started to get it right. And now I feel like I can tell people, yeah, I'll be in the gym. Versus before it was, yeah, I go to the gym, but don't ask me for advice. I don't really know what I'm doing. I can't even tell you. Now I'm like, yeah, what do you want to talk about? Like,
right.
So that's kind of how my gym journey went.
I love
and how
that.
I built that self-belief. It's literally been years. It's been
but it takes
years.
People don't understand it takes that long.
It takes that long. If you had told me years ago this is about to take years, I would have quit right there, then on the spot.
But I mean, we're telling you because we love you, but it genuinely does take that long, and that's okay because it's either going to take years starting now or it's going to take years starting 2 years from now.
The years are going to pass regardless.
Literally.
And it could have been spent learning how to be a gym girl and learning how to do that because I say I want to be fit, or it could have just been spent not doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look up in 2 years regardless.
Right.
Which one do I want it to be?
Which one do you want to be? 100%.
Exactly. And that made me so much more confident in so many other avenues of my life.
Exactly.
That gym process has spilled over into so much. It's insane.
Yeah.
It makes me really feel like I can do so much more because I showed up for myself and I said I was going to do it and I did. So it's not only that you're putting reps in, but it goes back to that concept of keeping promises to yourself that we speak of.
Yeah.
I set a goal and then I hit it. What can't I do?
Yeah.
I'm hitting PRs in here. My weight's going up. What can I do? My body, I was insecure about this, or I wanted a more toned back. I wanted this, and I'm noticing my body start to get more and more T. Okay, what else can I do? Like, it just makes you feel like that girl, you know? So I understand why people say, if you really are feeling like you're in shambles, the first thing that you could do is just work out. It sounds so corny, but it changes how you think about your capabilities and how you feel about yourself in so many more ways than just what you're probably thinking, which is, okay, let me just get this workout in.
Yeah.
So much about you changes.
I love how you said it was 2 phases of that journey. The first phase was just show up. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be you getting the form right. It doesn't have to be you even here for an hour. You just show up.
I was just there.
Yeah.
Just messily getting through it all. I had a routine, but that routine has since completely changed. Like, I almost want to go back and see what was my original routine because I don't even know what I had written down, but it was a routine and I was doing it every week. But a part of me knew this is probably going to change because I'm not as informed. I don't know all the variations of this exercise that I could put in. I don't know every muscle group that I should be hitting. I'm just pulling this from like TikTok or something and running with it. I'm trying my very best, but I couldn't have gotten to where I am now and where I want to be if I didn't go through that phase first.
Yeah. I love how you said that trickles over to other areas of life because I truly do feel that when you start with things such as the gym, because I understand not every single person is going to be a gym person.
Yeah, some people just don't like the gym and that's fine. Truly get it. But it's not even about the gym. It's more about establishing some sort of consistency with something, some sort of routine with something that ends up trickling in and over to all other areas of life. Because I really do feel like when you start to prove to yourself you can show up, you can do hard things. Like the affirmation, like I can do hard things, translates directly to the gym when you're lifting heavy weights. Like when I pick up that 70-pound dumbbell, I can do hard things. You are doing a very hard thing.
Exactly. You're doing a hard thing. And that translates to this presentation is going to be hard, but I can do hard things.
Yep.
This or applying to this new job and starting in this new environment or moving to this new city is going to be hard, but I can do hard things.
Yeah.
And the sooner that you start on something like that, the easier it will be in all other facets of life.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, when you do start, that is your moment. Like that is for you to show up for yourself.
Yeah.
Time and time again. Even on the days where you legit do not want to do it. I think Atomic Habits, I will link that below, okay?
An amazing book.
It is
my God.
Good. Now, we could do a whole episode on that book, but I am not going to do that today. I am just going to go ahead and pull one example.
All right, set the intention.
I am going to go ahead and pull one example.
I will be concise.
I will keep it concise for you because I want you to read it. But in the book, he gives an example, and ironically, it relates to the gym. It was a man who was trying to establish the habit of taking himself to the gym and just showing up. And what he did is that he challenged himself to go to the gym like 3 to 5 days out of the week. I can't remember the exact number, which is irrelevant, but he challenged himself to go to the gym for 5 minutes every day. 5 minutes. Go in, scan your ID, whatever you got to do. Walk on the treadmill for 2-3 minutes. 5 minutes is up. Cool. Now you can go home. 9 times out of 10, you get there, 5 minutes pass. Let me see what I can do.
You like, I'm already
here. I already changed into my clothes. I might as well just walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes. Okay, let me get off the treadmill. Okay, let me do some shoulder presses for 10 minutes. Let me see what this machine is talking about. But on the days where you are absolutely not feeling it, you go and you show up for 5 minutes, you just might stretch and you end up stretching for 15 minutes. But you're consistently locking in the habit that no matter what I do, I show up for myself. And that is the bottom line. And that, I believe, is exactly what self-belief is that you are going to show up for yourself. You believe that whatever you want to do and whatever you set your mind to, you can and you will follow through.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we say it starts with the gym. The gym is a great place for it to start. And it could be your apartment gym. It could be your home gym. It could be your living room. Your living room can be your gym. It just has to be something, I feel, that establishes and sets some sort of consistency and routine in your life, like I said.
I agree. And it does have to start small if you really are trying to build that from ground zero, because trying to go after some really, really big goals is exactly how you actually go backwards, because it's pretty likely that you won't be able to just hit a really, really big goal coming from a 0 to 100. Then it affirms the belief that you can't do it. But it's crazy how I can just see all these little ways in which I proved to myself that I could do something hard. And now I'm looking at things in my life that I just kind of do second nature, but I take a second to remember years ago, this seemed insane to me. It's crazy. And I don't think once you achieve that, it kind of feels like there's no going back.
Yeah.
You might stumble. Mm-hmm. There's been times where I am less confident in what I can do just based on the seasons. Like I've told you, girl, like I'm in a season right now where I'm just feeling a little but it never goes back to what it once was, because I've done so much since then. I've proved so much to myself that, like, okay, I'll never just full out think that I can't do something. I'm just navigating a different season right now, and I'm trying to rebuild that, but it's not like the entire foundation came crumbling apart.
Right, because it's a foundation.
Yeah.
It sets the tone.
You just start to see yourself differently.
Yeah.
You see yourself so differently. It's like it allows other people to see you that way too, and it allows you to really live a life that you actually want to live because of how you showed up for yourself and changed how you felt about yourself.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like everything externally falls into place.
Yeah. And that makes me think of what I told you about how when you realize that the power of your reality is in your hands, and if you did it before, you can do it again.
I can do it again.
What is that? If you did it before, you could do it again. If you did it before, you could do it again.
No, for real. It just has me thinking about so many examples. Like even the job I have now. Like I think I've told you, when I read that description, it was me written all over it. And I knew in my bones that if y'all just give me the platform, if y'all just give me this interview, it's mine. Yeah. I just have to get in front of a human and talk to you about it. And
it's the hardest part sometimes.
It do be hard. But it's crazy because the company that I work at now, I applied to be an intern way back in the day, like in undergrad. And I don't even think I got past like the first round of interviews. And then I applied again to be an intern and was a little bit unsure because, you know, you just interviewing is just such a you never really know. You can do your very best, but you never really know how the interview is going to go. So I interviewed again to be an intern during my grad experience, and I actually got it. And it went from not feeling like if I would even enter the doors of that company to then now I'm here. And then I did really, really good work over the summer that I was really proud of and made a lot of really good connections that by the time that the interview opened up again for a full-time role, even though it was an entirely different department, I did not intern there. I didn't know who was on that team. I had already done this before in a way that I tried and got rejected. Then I tried and I actually was in there. Third time, I can now speak so confidently about me and then me with this company that it just, I think everything just flowed so well. But I only believed in myself that hard because I had tried, once gotten rejected, tried again. Like it wasn't just as easy as the first time that I saw this, I got it, you know? So
yeah, very true.
It just, I don't know. It's crazy how things just like compound on each other.
Yes, of course. And they always do.
Yeah.
If it's not one thing, it's going to be the next thing and then the next thing. Wow, I love your stories. It just proves that when you believe in yourself, or not even when you believe yourself, when you give yourself the data that you can make it happen, the confidence is soon to follow. And the belief from that confidence is soon to come right after that. But even in seasons where that self-belief is wavering, when you're able to tap back in to those versions of yourself who were so confident, who had that belief instilled in them so confidently, I guess is the right way to say that. It just makes you think, like I said, if you did it before, you can do it again. It's only a matter of just tapping back in with that version of yourself and executing and starting. You don't have to start all the way over, but you just get those little nuggets like, okay, what can I establish consistency with this week that's going to cascade into the rest of the things that need consistency in my life? And that's where the self-belief comes from. And I truly feel self-belief really changed everything for me. And I wouldn't be where I am today without the power of self-belief.
Yeah, me either, girl. 100%. So that's exactly what I'm walking out with.
Yeah. Self-belief and confidence comes from data. And if you start small, it will build over time. And you will look up a couple years from now, so glad that you started when you did and fully ready to take on the world domination.
World domination. 2026 to infinity.
To infinity and beyond. Well, my friend, we're going to leave you with that today. We can keep talking about this for a very long time, but we'll pick this back up for sure. But let us know, like, what things and what examples of self-belief and confidence or the data that you've had to write and to pull have helped you come to the conclusion that you have self-belief or that you are confident in yourself and so on and so forth. And like I said, confidence and self-belief, they're interchangeable, but we're not really talking about self-confidence. We're talking about self-belief in this matter. So I'm curious from you. Leave that in the comments. Help us out because I will be reading and looking at that. What emoji should we leave?
Let's do the brain.
Okay, so drop a brain in the comments below. Tell us some of your stories about the data that you've had to put in and reps that you've had to put in to establish better self-belief. Also, don't forget that we are hosting the Healing Lounge on Saturday, August 2nd. We're super excited. If you don't remember, we talked about this a little bit in last week's episode, but we are going to be working with in conjunction with Asset Healing, my wellness coach and holistic healer. We talked about her last episode, so definitely tune into that. But this Healing Lounge is an opportunity for Let Me Walk You Out to host a quote unquote live kind of podcast vibe, but really it's just like we're creating a space for all of us to come together and really dive deeper into some of the topics that we talk about in this episode, or not in this episode, but on our podcast. So we're really excited to have the opportunity. We are looking forward to being able to come into community with everybody, and we really, really want you to be there. So definitely check the description below for all the details. It will be on Sunday, August 2nd at 7 p.m. via Zoom. So there's no excuses. You ain't got to be nowhere but the comfort of your own home, okay? Even if you're on vacation, I want to see you tuned in.
Tune in from anywhere.
Right, tune in from literally anywhere. And do you have anything?
No.
All right.
Just that we're excited to see you there.
Yeah, and we better see you there.
Oh.
I'm just playing. But let me walk you out, though. Let me walk you out to that Zoom session because we're going to have a great discussion. It's going to be some brilliant minds in the room. We're going to be discussing the values bridge as well. So
so check our social media for promotions, but it would be really helpful if you were to take the values bridge ahead of time. So we'll have that link provided, of course, in our promotion on our social channels at Let Me Walk You Out on all channels. And take it ahead of time because it does take a cool little minute to take, and it's something that you want to do when you just have time to really reflect. But even if you don't take the quiz, you can still just pull up because we're going to be just discussing values and providing the traits and definitions of all 16 of the traits that are available on the values bridge. So you'll be able to join the conversation regardless. But that's all for me. We just really do look forward to seeing you there and to continue what has been one of our favorite conversations to come out of season 1 of our podcast.
100%. For sure. As usual, please give us a like, follow, 5 stars, all the beautiful things, subscribe, and submit that Let Me Help You Out topic request form. We're always happy to help the girls out. And the Black Business of the Week spotlight request form if you have a Black business. But other than that, we love you. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.